Arg, how are ye this morning time, pirates? I'm here. I have walked the puppy, showered, ate a breakfast, but I still have news and my email to check. So not too bad. I'm getting better at this. My alarm didn't even go off this morning. I forgot that I had reset it for 8 a.m. for the weekend.
Oh.
And yesterday I set it to 6. Like it went off yesterday. But I must have hit like change next alarm only instead of change all because it didn't go off this morning. But I looked
Mm.
over, I'm like, why is it so light? It was 6:15, so it wasn't that late, right? But at 6:15, I'm like, oh well, time to get up.
Ruh-roh.
Time to get up. So something about getting up late had me motivated this morning, man. How was your morning?
I got to sleep in until probably about 7:45. My husband came in and the cat started going meow, 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 meow. And I was like, what is the problem? It was just him doing the I'm hungry, feed me.
Yeah, feed me right now.
So
Let's do it.
uh husband is off to work. I've got one kid awake. The cats have been fed. I found the cutest plushies at the grocery store yesterday.
Oh no,
I
I'm
have
so
to show
sorry
you
about that.
those. I know. And I got painting clothes, so I'm
Woohoo!
probably gonna take you guys into the garage so I can paint.
Painting today, painting today.
But
Um,
these are the plushies. It's a little flag
aw,
and a little star.
those are adorable.
They
So
also
seasonally
had
appropriate.
they also had a cowboy hat and a cowboy boot,
Aw,
but I just wanted these. And they
yes.
actually have names.
What?
The star is called an Americana star,
Okay.
and the flag is called an indivisible flag.
If only that were true.
Right?
Let's see who is in chat today. My hair is too long. It's driving me crazy. I haven't had any time to go get it cut.
Vanessa was first.
What madness? What is this madness? Vanessa, good morning, pirates. Why, good morning, Vanessa. Did you just not go to bed? Vanessa says, I have my therapy appointment at 9 a.m., so I'll miss the first hour. I mean, that's normal for me, but I want to get credit for being up early. I mean, you deserve it.
Right?
Vanessa says, I'll have the stream up, but muted for view. See y'all after the head shrink. And Alicia, good morning, Vanessa. You were up early. Vanessa says, I know, right? I should get cookies or something. She should totally get cookies.
Well, this is Pirates, so you get a bottle of rum.
That's right. I'll get you
Heard.
rum flavored cookies. How about that?
Ooh, there you go.
And Lindsay says, hey, guys, we should all have cookies. Oh, there you go. It's been voted.
Cookies.
I don't know if I can make rum flavor, but I can make like pina colada cookies. know
I
how to
can make
those.
whiskey cookies.
Oh, see, well, whiskey has more flavor than rum does. You know what I mean?
Nah, true.
And Ren is here. Hello, everyone. Why, good afternoon, Ren. Good to see you. Vanessa says, I support this position, Lindsay. Also, happy time zone. And Vanessa says, morning, Ren. Ren says, finally finished Kingdom of Ash earlier today and gave it 4.25 stars. See, you're not in a reading slump. You liked the book. You really just need to, play with some other hobbies for a little while. And Vanessa says, woo. And Lindsay says, just found the Ballad of Falling Dragons is on KU in the UK, so I can return my book to the library. Oh, look at that. Look at that. No, you don't have to play chicken with the library with that big old book. And not stress about how long it takes me to finish it, right? It's too big, man. It's too big. I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Ren also started A Darker Shade of Magic last night and got to chapter 1 of part 5. Nicely done. I am still behind, so I'm close, man. I mean, I'm close to finishing, right? And Ren says, hey, Vanessa. Hey, Lindsay. And Lindsay says, hi, Ren. How are you doing today? And Agent T has joined us. Hi, Ren. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Lindsay. And Livia. Why, hello, Livia. Good to see you. Excuse me. I'm assuming you just got done with your gay shit sprints. I went over and waved the like button. Livia says, hi, Kelly. Hi, Alicia. Ren says, I'm doing good. How are you? Ren says, hey, Agent T. And hey, Livia. Agent T says, hi, Livia. And there's Allie. Good morning, Allie. Hey, Kelly, Alicia, and chat. Currently listening to The Book of Lost Friends by Lisa Wingate on page 125%. Nice.
Nice.
Livia says, hi, Agent T. Hi, Ren. Ren says, hey, Allie. Livia says, hey, Allie. And hi, everyone. And Angie has joined us. Why, good morning, Angie. How are you today? Good morning, friends. I have training every morning for the next month during the time I'm usually here. I will miss you, but I will be leaving the stream up when possible. Excellent. We will miss you too. Hopefully, we will catch you around in other sprints. But
Yep.
good luck with your training. I hope it all goes well. Ellie says, hey, Ren. Hey, Livia. Livia says, I'm rereading the Heartstopper series. I have almost finished volume 3. Nice. And
That's
hi,
right.
Angie. I'm sorry?
I said that's right because Heartstopper Volume 6, which is the last one, comes out in July.
Oh, I've not read it. I'm just not big on the graphic novels, which is why I'm excited about the other one, though. I think that one's just a standalone, though, the one I'm getting.
They're super cute, the Heartstopper ones. And they would fit the gay shit prompts, I think.
For sure. For sure. Having not read it, I could still say for sure. And Molly's here. Why, hello, Molly. How are you this morning? We got a full crew this morning. I love it. Molly says, hi, all. Livia says, hi, Molly. Agent T says, hi, Allie, Angie, and Molly. Livia says, hi to Vanessa. Ren says, I think I need to get to chapter 1 of part 8 to be caught up. I don't know. Like page 200, so. Oh. I have too many books. I got to film my TBR video because I got to get rid of all these books up here, man. Here it is. I have chapter 2. So let's see, chapter 2 in part 8. Yeah, chapter 2 in part 8. Is that what you said? You said chapter 1. Yeah, all the way through chapter 1 in part 8. You are correct. And Olivia says, yes, finish my sprints. Ren says, hey, Molly. And Allie, would you leave the cat alone? Stop it. Cora. Cora's antagonizing the cat that isn't smart enough to get away from him. The other cat comes and hides. This one is just not smart enough. Oh, all right. And Ellie says, hi, Angie, Molly, Vanessa, Agent T, and anyone I missed. Excellent. Well, I have to separate these two animals before she accidentally hurts the cat. She doesn't want to hurt the cat, but she's way bigger than he is, you know? So let me go separate them. Seriously, dude, you could just move.
And also for anyone who had missed it because we didn't do it during yesterday's sprints, this week's theme is Space/NASA Week.
They're going to go to Kennedy Space Center. I'm so jealous. All right, here we go. First sprint.
Hopefully we can get there.
That's right. That's right. Here we go. And there was our first sprint. And look, I was so busy, I didn't even see Alicia outside getting her work on.
I got a couple of shelves halfway done.
It's looking good. I love
I
it.
think I have more paint on my hands than anything else.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, hydrate. Please
hydrating.
don't die in that heat. I didn't quite get all my morning stuff done, so I've got a little bit more to go. But I'm almost there, so I will be editing next sprint as soon as I finish this last thing I have to do. Let's see how the chat did.
I can't see the chat.
It's all good. I gotcha. Let's see. We talked about Heartstopper. We talked about Darker Shade of Magic. And Livia said, yes, I finished my sprints. And Ren says, hey, Molly. And Allie says, hi, Angie, Molly, Vanessa, Agent T, and anyone I missed. And Molly says, I am making progress on my HearKit 3.0. I've recolored the prompt boxes. Nice. That sounds fun. Oh, and I watched those 2 videos you posted yesterday about the other challenges. The one that was like harder than the HearKit, I mean, that's like, these are the books I'm going to read for the next blah years, right? I'm like, I mean, that's behind me. So that one I'm not interested in. But the 72 day one sounds fun. But I think it would be cool to cut out all of those bingo ones, at least all the ones that apply, because some of them don't, right? Like the crochet one. Yes, I used to crochet, but I've got enough hobbies, right? And I'm just starting up the journaling one. I'm not going to do that. So I cut out all the ones that I would do and then put them in a bag. Shake it up. It's a Donna 72-day challenge. And she's got 5 bingo boards for books and 1 for Tula. Actually, it's like a crafting one, right? So we've got 6 boards. So if I mix them all up and throw them in a bag and then pull up 5 and then do that for a week, whatever those 5 things are for a week, I think that would be super, super fun. So I might do that. But we're hitting my really busy time of year. So we'll see how much time I have. So that looked fun to me. Let's see. And Lindsay says, I thought I'd start tracking whether I read books I purchased within 3 months, just for books I paid £5 or more for, as I don't mind holding on to cheaper books for a while. That makes sense. I'm definitely going to have a physical books I already own and physical books I bought and then read, right? That chart is definitely going in my journal. Lindsay says, if I paid good money for books, then I should be making sure that I read them. Agreed. I agree. And Tula's here. Why, hello, Tula. Good morning or good afternoon to you. Good afternoon for me, Kelly and Chet. Lovely Livia. I popped by and then went back to work, so I missed the last chatty bit. And Alicia says, hello and good morning, Tula. Molly says, damn, those bookshelves are tall and many shelved. Yeah, they're pretty darn big, I have to say.
8'6".
That's pretty impressive. You get a lot of books on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you check the foundation, make sure it was strong enough to hold all those books?
I mean, the last shelves did, so.
Yeah, but then last shelves were solid wood. These babies are heavier.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll find out.
I'm sure it's fine. I was just kidding. I mean, if you were on a second floor, but on the first floor, you're fine.
Yeah, no, we're on the first floor. We only have 1 floor.
Let's see. It's really nice because I have to vacuum the stairs, and I don't want to. It's such a pain. One of my least, not my very least, but close to the bottom of my chores. Let's see. And Alicia says hello. Oh, nope. I said that one. And Molly says, hi, Tula. And I have to submit a bazillion books today since I didn't submit as I went.
Wah wah.
For HearKit? I thought you finished HearKit in December. I'm very confused. Jean says, I assuming Alicia going to the fence means the children have a question. Oh.
No, the mail lady came and I was wondering if she was pulling into the driveway or not.
Gotcha.
But sometimes she does and she brings things to me. And if she does, then I was going to meet her at the fence.
There you go. And Jean says, what is the theme for this week, Alicia? Oh, so you heard, you missed her say. Go ahead, Alicia. What's the theme for this week?
This week's theme is space/NASA.
So exciting. So she's going to come to Houston. We're going to go to Johnson Space Center, right, Alicia?
I mean, if it's in the works.
I got extra rooms.
If I can make it happen, that would be awesome. But I might just go to Kennedy Space Center.
It's pretty awesome. And Jean says you should do a journal page for each of the themes. That's what I said. So you know whether you should keep them for next year.
Now you tell me. I already made the journal.
And Mary says, good morning. Good morning, Mary. Good to see you. I will be reading last week's chapter in Serum by Edward Rutherford. Oh, you got it. What is that? It sounds like a classic. Is it a classic?
Don't know.
The Novel of England. Oh, I see why it's a chapter a week. My gosh.
Oh.
It's 912 pages. Well, it's not a classic, but it's definitely old. 1987. Historical fiction. Interesting.
Dang, the cicadas are out.
They are. I love them. I love cicadas. And Molly says, hi, Mary. Oh, and Jean, I have trouble doing Donna's 72 hour because of it being at the end of the month. So I am super excited about this 72-day readathon. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool what she has set up. I think pulling it out of the hat would be more fun because I would have either I wouldn't do it because I'd have decision fatigue on trying to figure out what to do, or I would just go back and check the things I'm doing anyway. Right. And that's not nearly as fun. So I think pulling it out of the hat would be more fun. The more I say it, the more I want to do it. And Allie says I got to 28% in my book. Nicely done. And Jean says good morning to Molly. And Mary says, hi, Molly. And Molly says, how tall are your ceilings, Alicia?
10 foot.
There you go. Still plenty of room. Plenty of room.
Yep.
They're going to be a pain in the behind to get in there, though.
Yes. We have to go out and around.
Yeah, that's such a pain. And Jean, are you anchoring the shelves to the wall?
Possibly. My father-in-law and husband both think that once I put the books on, it'll be fine. But the problem is that if we anchor them, they're going to be anchored into a cinder block wall. So we'll have to see.
I'm going to say your kids are old enough. You're fine.
Yeah.
If you still had babies, I'd be worried because that falling on anyone, it will kill them. You know what I mean? It'll kill babies.
Right.
And things not being quite balanced, it's definitely dangerous. But your kids are old enough to know. Just as long as you definitely tell them, do not climb on these, you should be fine.
Oh yeah, I've already told them. I was like, there will be absolutely no climbing.
Yeah. I have found if you tell your kids, like I never had trouble getting my kids to wear their seatbelts. So I was told, the number one deaths in children under 18 is car accidents. So put your seatbelt on. They're like, okay.
Right.
I know you're like, oh no, don't frighten your kids. I'm like, but I'm not making shit up. This is an actual fact, right? Like I use actual facts. That's the same thing. If you climb on these, they could fall. And if they fall this way, they're going to crush you. So don't climb on them.
Oh yeah, no. I have told them many times. Like I never baby them, if that makes sense. I always tell them, this could happen if you do this.
Yep, exactly. Yep, that's what I tell them too. And I'm like, now make your decision.
Yep.
And let's see. Olivia says, hi, Tula, Mary, and Jean. And Molly says, for Tarothon, not Hurricane. Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense. All right, I got it, Molly. I got it. I was like, I swear you already finished Hurricane. And Olivia says, I finished volume 3 and submitted it in the app. Nicely done. No, I mean, boo, you're not on my team. Boo. See, I'm not competitive. I'm not good at it. Let's see. Jean says, I'm not this kind of competitive. I'm very competitive with myself. Jean, I'm at 37% of some people. Excellent. I did not get to my pages yesterday. I'm catching up on everything right now. Don't worry, I'll finish it on time. I always do. says, "Morning, y'all. Good morning, Courtney. I'm sure we'll be heading your way when we are done. We have 2 sprints left." Mary says, "Hello, Olivia, Jean, and Courtney." Courtney says, "No climbing for anyone." Right? Courtney says, "I don't want to see y'all in my hospital." And hi, Mary. And Jean says, "My head doesn't feel like it is connected to my body." Because you have really good drugs going on. Oh, there's Lorelai. Good morning. She wearing a princess dress.
That was Miss Lorelai. She just woke up. She's got Elsa on.
Oh, I love it. So pretty. What a pretty thing to sleep in.
You want to say good morning? Good morning. Here.
Good morning. I love your pretty dress.
Thank you.
Is it comfortable?
She loves her nightgowns.
Yeah, I love them. That's so much fun to sleep in. Feel like a princess while you're sleeping. I love it.
Right? I was telling her if she wants to help paint, and I said if you want to help, you have to put on clothes that you do not care about because look at mommy, I am covered in paint.
Yep. Go put on clothes that barely fit.
We just got rid of all those.
Oh no!
I mean, she still has a couple because I haven't weeded them all out, but for the most part, they're all.
Go find shorts and a t-shirt you don't love, and they are now your paint shirts as long as they last.
Yep.
Because unfortunately for us, we can have one till they fall apart. For them, they're gonna outgrow them.
She still has to eat breakfast too, though. So.
Oh, that is true. You don't want to be out in that heat until you eat. All right. So, Jean says consequences to actions. Oh, did someone go drinking last night? Did you go drinking last night, Jean? And Jean says, "I miss Lorelai." Well, hopefully you saw her now. And Courtney says, "No, Jean." And Livia says,
What
"Good
happened?
morning, Lorelai. Beautiful dress." Jean says, "It is a headache." Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I have a headache now too, but it's not my head, it's my neck. So you know how one thing will make other things hurt. So I'm going to take some ibuprofen this next sprint. It has nothing to do with me being hunched over my desk for hours every day. Ugh. All right. Well, it's what I do for a living. It is what it is. And Livia says, "I hope you feel better soon, Jean." And here we go on our second sprint. there is our second sprint. Even though I took my meds, I'm having trouble concentrating today. It's probably because I'm going to an event tonight, so that's on my brain downtown. It's funny how just little things get to you. Oh, I'm gonna have to hose them off again, but they're having a good old time. Problem is, it's so hot outside when those dogs go crazy. They're running around like crazy. I have to just at least get them both wet first because it's so hot outside, right? As Alicia knows, she was just out in it. So they're running around like crazy, and I'm like hosing them off and then actually hosing them off so they're not so dirty. Thing is, it's not that muddy, right? Because it's so hot, it's dried so much of the mud. But yeah, now I have to hose them off like a horse after they go jumping. Don't know if you know that, but every time after Jenna, you're muted, just every time after Jenna did she would run her horses, you know what I mean? So she'd do her workout and stuff. Then she'd have to bring them in and hose them off because it was just so fucking hot. Sweat would just be pouring off of them, which looks like soap, by the way. I was like, why does that look like soap? No, it's sweat.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to stop because 1, the tray ran out of paint, and 2, it was starting to get too hot. And I was like, you know what? This is good enough for now.
Yeah.
I will come back later.
My long guy was supposed to come Sunday and then rescheduled to Monday. It said 11 hours ago, by the way. I guess maybe technically that was still Monday, but come on, dude. And said couldn't come because of inclement weather. The only inclement weather we've had is the heat. So I just messaged him back and I was like, it's not going to get any, he said, I'll come on Wednesday, right? I said, it's not going to get any cooler on Wednesday. How about you come really early or really late? Because it's not getting colder. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Because I agree, it's too fucking hot to come do anything outside in the afternoon.
Dude, I'm not even outside. Like I have access to the outside, but I'm in the garage and it's just
Yeah. It's
am
just way too hot. Let alone doing physical things like you are painting. You know what I mean? Like it's different sitting at my desk. Like even in my house, sitting at my desk, I'm good. But as soon as I get up and start to clean, then I'm like sweating. You know what I mean? In the same house. So it does make a difference that you're doing something outside.
And I had fans blowing.
Mm-hmm.
The garage door was open, as you guys saw, just so that hopefully I could circulate the air. And no, I could feel the sweat dripping down my. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's just too hot. I don't mind. I like sweating. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. Since I never sweated like my whole life, I kind of like sweating now. But it's too hot. You know, it when it's feels like 120. That's too hot to do anything physical.
Why couldn't this happen when it was like cooler outside? Because then I would be painting in cooler weather. No, it's got to happen in the hottest part of the year. Thanks.
Yeah, it's a little maddening. I'm glad we're not doing day camp. By we, I mean me, because we always do day camp the 3rd week in July, and it almost always rains though, so it's usually a little cooler. But we'll see what happens this year. Okay, let's see how everyone in chat did. Oh, I didn't set the timer. Hold on. I'm organizing my TBR because that's what I'm gonna do next is film my TBR. And since I can't seem to write right now, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get started on that because there's a lot of organizing that needs to be done. So I'm gonna do that. So I have to lay my books in order on the ground so when I talk about them, I can just pick them up and not have to think too much.
Fair. Or I put them in order, like in a pile.
Yeah, exactly. And I film on the ground, so I'm down by my carts, right? So I film on the ground, and I have to go, but I can't do all of it because I haven't done the game yet. So I have no idea.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go play the game. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't know. I mean, it's fun though, so I don't care. This is the fun part of BookTube.
I've got to try to film something because I haven't filmed anything since the library happened.
Film a TBR. Come on, it's fun. July starts tomorrow. My video will go up Saturday, so I've got some time, but I really want to film it just so I know what's up there from my own mental. Like I would be doing this even if I wasn't doing BookTube. It just wouldn't be as fancy, right? Like I wouldn't have to set up things to film. I wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Right.
I would but I would have the lists. I would play the game. I would do all that anyway. I'm just having a ball with it.
That reminds me, I'm only going to be here for part of the morning tomorrow because I have an appointment at 11.
Okay. Well, we'll take what we can get. If you can't be here because you got to prep, that's okay too. So we'll miss you, but I mean, life happens. So we understand that.
I think I could probably be here for like the first hour and then I got to skadoodle.
Sounds good to me. Let's see. We were at all the good mornings. And yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about that. Yeah. I got this other video I got to film too. All my books I just got. I talked about poor Jean and her headache. I scrolled up too far. Sorry.
I think the last comment was that hope you feel better.
I think it was too. I think you're correct. And Jean says there are consequences to actions for kids. Yeah, exactly. That's what I tried to explain to them. I'm like, this is not me just being mean mom because I feel like it. These are the reasons. And I always did that. I never, ever did that because I said so. Well, I won't do it. Even though I was tempted sometimes with Jenna because she would kept arguing, even though I gave her the reason. So what I ended up saying was, I gave you the reason. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that's not the reason.
I need to start using that with my kids.
So that's what I started saying. Because that's what parents do. They get frustrated and they just say, because I said so, right? And I'm like, but I don't want her to live in that world.
Right.
You know? And Vanessa says, I'm back. Head is effectively shrunk. Kind of proud of some things. So yay. Oh, I'm so glad, Vanessa. Yay. That's a good session. Oh, and there they go back in the mud. Sorry, the dogs are running in the window over here, so they distract me. And Vanessa's back to after showering. And look, you got 2 hard things done right and early. Look at that. And Pearl says, hello, I am in my RV heading out. Thank goodness for hotspots, right? Oh, where are you going? We forgot to ask. Vanessa asked yesterday. I was like, I totally forgot. I know she told me, but I don't remember. I've got my Myrtle book, knitting, and e-reader too. Oh, you are set, man. You are
nice.
Set. Allie says, I got to 30% in the Book of Lost Friends. Nice. Ren says, just had a late lunch. Now need to wash dishes. Boo. Yeah, always boo. Definitely. 100%. And Molly says, got a lot of books submitted. Still got a lot. I'm sorry. You got this. I have faith in you. Courtney says, finished cooking dinner. Now going to eat breakfast. Wait, what now?
She cooks dinner for later, but she's going to eat breakfast.
Ah, so you like have it all prepped like in the crock pot or something? Is that what you mean?
Probably.
Because if so, that I get. Molly says, Alicia, where are your palm trees?
I live in the country. We have oak trees.
Yep. The palm trees, I'm pretty sure, except the very, like in the Keys, that they are artificially planted, like in California. Palm trees are native to California. They were planted.
Yes.
And you should have palmettos in the country. You should have some palmettos.
The palmetto bugs?
No, palmetto. They look like, I mean, they have the palm fronds, but they're low to the ground.
No.
You should have some of those. Those are natural in the country. That's what we've got them. Like they're all over South Carolina.
The only palm tree we have is in the very back corner of our property, and it's dead.
Yeah, because it's not natural. Well, it shouldn't be. Or native. I mean, it should not. It's not a full palm tree. They're low. They're like bushes.
Yeah.
But they have the. You know what I mean? Yeah,
this
they're
one
low.
Is like,
and not sago palms. That's something totally different.
No, this one is probably about the same height as me, and then it's the fronds. But right now, it has no fronds because it's dead. It's just been hanging out back there. It's just
that might be a palmetto and not a. I bet you it's palmetto being that size.
But that's the only one we have on our property. Everything else is oak trees.
And we have palmetto here too. You just have to go farther east. They like swampy lands. Where are we? There we go. And Molly says, Courtney. And Livia says, I went to Discord and had a snack, a yogurt. Oh, that sounds very good. I had yogurt with breakfast. Courtney says, I'm the only one loving the heat. I love it not being cold. And I don't mind the heat, but I have gardening to do, and it's just too hot to do the gardening in. I still walk the dog, but at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? I can't. I like walking her in the afternoon. Because in the afternoon, I want to take a nap. I get that slump. So if I go walk her then that wakes me back up. But I can't. It's too hot. It's too hot for me and her. She's a black dog. She soaks in all of that heat, and she can't even function. Yep. That's why they're getting hot right now. I'm going to have to go out there because Benny's dark brown and Cora's black. So I have to go out and hose them just so they can cool off. And Pearl says, hi there, Allie, Ren, Molly, and Jean. Jean says they've actually opened cooling centers here. We are having summer weather. Yeah, we always have cooling centers here. Like the libraries downtown are always open for cooling centers. There are some community centers. There's a whole bunch of places. That's normal for us.
Yeah, we have some down here, and even the theme parks have started doing cooling centers too.
Nice. Yeah, it's just too hot. Like they say about by about 2050 it's going to be too hot because it's in the high 90s, but the feel like is like 120 or something like that.
Mm.
And so they're
Mhm.
saying it's going to get to the point where it's going to be too hot to even have like all the, how they have the kids sports outside and stuff. They're going to have to move them all inside. So, and they have started to build a whole bunch of inside things. My son, even when he was little, there was only one though, was an inside soccer pitch. So they
Mm.
played inside because it was just too hot. And that was, almost 20 years ago. So it's gotten even hotter.
Mhm.
We would get this hot weather like we have right now, but it would last for like 2 weeks. And then the rest of the time it's actual low 90s and high 80s, right? So it'd be hot, but not this hot.
And the humidity is making it worse.
That's why it's the feels
Ugh.
like is so high. Yeah. And Livia says, hi, Pearl. Pearl says, I'm currently moving photos and vids from my phone to my laptop so I can get my June vlog done. Yay, nicely done. And Ellie says, hi, Pearl. Courtney says, weather testing your grit, Alicia. Yeah, right?
It is.
And she's like, and my grit melted, so I came inside.
Yeah, I can only stand so much.
Yeah, you're still
Yeah.
flushed. You know what I mean? You've been inside of the air conditioner. You're still flushed. Yeah.
Yep.
Jean says, for the homeless, the unhoused, as some people are calling it. Yeah, the unhoused is what the modern generations call them. So I've been trying. And yeah, that's exactly what the cooling centers are for down here too.
Mhm.
Livia says, I have already 16 books on my July TBR. Yeah,
Wow.
I would like to say mine's lower, but it usually that's what ends up on mine too. And I usually only read like 12 or 13. Though, wait till you see my number. I'm not going to tell you. You have to wait for the TBR because I just counted and I was like, holy.
It's a lot.
I've read so many. A new record. It's a new record for me.
I'm only trying to do 10, okay? I'm only trying to do 10. If that.
Yeah, it's a new record for me.
Because we're going to be busy in July.
Yeah. And that's just it. That's why because Hurricane motivated me to read, right? And we haven't gone anywhere in June, right? Like June was we're staying at home. We had a couple things we went to, but it wasn't like a whole weekend selling books or any of that kind of stuff, right? So I actually had more time this month to get that reading done.
Excuse me.
And Jean says, but my neighbor is cooking pasta sauce. I mean, what's wrong with pasta sauce? That sounds delicious. Jean says, hey, Pearl. Molly says, I'm glad they are doing that, Jean. The unhoused definitely are vulnerable in the heat. Yeah. I just wish they had actual centers, right? Yeah. Instead of like having to go to the library. You know what I mean? Like they need actual places to go.
Yeah.
Pearl says, hi there, Courtney. Yes, you might be. And Pearl says, hi there, Livia. And Pearl says, I'm currently moving photo. I already said that. How did I miss that? Was it on there twice?
Yes.
It is. It's on there twice. Okay, cool. I was like, wait, what happened? Because I do make mistakes. It totally could have been me. And Molly says, no, Alicia, don't leave us.
I left the laptop in here because I didn't want to overheat.
She means tomorrow. She means tomorrow morning.
Oh. I thought she was talking about earlier because I left. I had to charge the laptop. That's why I left earlier. But no, yeah, I have to have my... What is this appointment for? It's a breast ultrasound, I think.
I thought you already did that.
No, I did
just the full
external and internal.
Gotcha.
Ultrasounds to make sure that the uterus was okay.
Gotcha.
Doing all of the things because I'm high risk of breast cancer.
Yep, I'm glad they're doing it. Do it.
Yep.
Jean says, definitely agreed, Molly. Every city should do it. And Jean, tomorrow is Canada Day. Oh, well, happy early Canada Day. We'll try to remember. Remind us tomorrow in case we don't remember. And Ellie says, my July TBR is going to be a lot also, Olivia, right?
Also, we didn't have Swank.
Yeah, Swank's not here again today. I don't know what's happening with Swank. Have you heard from Swank, Molly? Is she okay?
I'm going to check because there's also self-care sprints today.
Oh, there you go. Go see if she's okay. Molly says, oh, hi, Pearls. And Molly says, further east than Houston? Yes. Easton, actually, Houston, I still have to drive almost 2 hours to get out of my state. If I go the most direct route east. Yeah, Texas is huge. It's crazy huge. That's why when I went to visit my brother and there was a museum and an indie bookstore, it's a flight museum and indie bookstore, an hour and a half away up in Michigan where he was, because he's in Indiana, right? So just an hour and a half away. And we're like, oh, we're going to go do this today. And my brother's like, you're going to what? You're going to drive 3 hours today? I'm like, yeah. Like, it's not, for us, it's no big deal.
Swank must be sleeping because she's not in self-care sprints either.
I'm worried about her because that's 2 days. She hasn't been here at all this week. I'll see if I message her on Discord, see if she's okay. And Courtney says, hola, Molly. And Lindsay says, I love watching your TBR game. Aw, thank you. I do have fun with it. It is a pain to edit, but I have a lot of fun choosing books. I just love it. It just makes me so happy. I can't even tell you. Ellie says, I also love watching your TBR game, Kelly. Aw, thank you. I'm changing it, though. I'm making my own board. So the main process of it's going to stay the same, but I'm making my own board. And I tell you, if this board gives me all random this month again.
The new board?
No, I mean this one.
The current one.
I'll do this one till the end of the year, right? Because my son, he works at a printer. That they print specific things. There's not just a general printer, but he's going to print my game board for me so I could test it and see, because I want to be able to not have to move the camera and set the lighting up, because sometimes I get glare, sometimes it's just so frustrating. So I want to be able to set the lighting up and not move the camera, and that'll be a better, not only filming experience, but a better viewing experience. So I'm changing it so I can get a square board. So we'll see. But of course it is wild and chaotic because it's mine.
You just reminded me that I have to find mine, because I made the board and I was supposed to add a new thing because of the TBR scratch offs, and I don't know what I did with it.
I'm sure it's amongst your library books somewhere, but that would be fun. That would be a great celebration after you get the library back together to play the game.
Well, that's why I gotta find it.
And Molly says,
hey, I was smart.
You were smart?
I found it.
Is it right there?
I put it up on top of my desk.
Molly says, nobody wants to see my TBR for July. I tell you that. Oh, there it is. You should totally play it. And yeah, I'm sure it would frighten me, Molly. There's no way. Ren says, me and you are in the same boat, Alicia. 10 books is me doing my best. I mean, you're also still in school. So
I mean,
you're reading a lot more than 10 books.
I think I have like 21 books for the year so far. And by my standards, I'm behind.
Well, it's hard though. You're going through, I mean, your kids are older. They need more attention now. Like, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't have read. I was only reading like 25 books a year when my kids were that age. Right. So I think we do what we can. I just have more free time now because my kids are older.
I think once the house and the library goes back together and they go back to school, my reading pace will pick up. So it's just the circumstances.
Yep, I get it. Courtney says, what's going on in July that y'all have so many books planned? Me, it's just everything. I still have like 27 books to finish my Pop Sugar one that's due in October. So I really need to, put 10 a month just for that. And my game doesn't let me do that. So we'll see what happens. I keep looking to see if any books in that list where I finish my audiobook. Are any of these on audio? I want to read. That's why I'm reading The Husbands right now. And Molly says, I have 4 competitive readathons and a few non-competitive. Comic-Con will be super fun. And Molly says, have not heard, so haven't heard from Swank either. Alicia says, Jen okay, you put the self-care. Excellent. Also doing Battle of the Bands, Deck of TBR-a-thon, and Sunrise on the Reaping. I did have fun with Deck of TBR-a-thon, but I need a break after these 2 in a row. I need a break. Livia says, until the 13th is still gay shit. Then I have books for my TBR game, plus read-alongs, Buddy Reads, book club. Yeah, that's why mine gets so long too, Livia. I feel you. And I'm not changing a thing. Vanessa says, I'm back again. Molly says, oh yeah, and that thingy.
That thingy? What thingy?
Courtney says, probably gay shit. Courtney says, oh, Battle of the Bands. What bands? Vanessa says, all clean. Aw, nice. Courtney says, it's Vanessa. Jean says, I love the TBR game too. Oh, yay. That's good to hear. It's fun when people want to watch the thing you want to do anyways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Livia, even if I'm trying to double all up, the amount is big anyway. Paula says, hey, Kelly, Alicia, and chat. How are we all today? Why, hello, Paula. Welcome in. My poor puppy is jumping on the window now.
We're hot and sweaty
Um,
from painting.
mhm. Courtney says, hi, Paula lady. Molly says, various ones, Courtney. The theme is, oh, Canada. Here's the announcement. Oh, cool. And Molly says, hi, Paula. Vanessa says, hey, Paula. Livia says, I have a game board too. I did it for using this year, but I actually used it only for July. Oh, cool. Livia says, hi, Paula. Courtney says, thanks. Paula says, hey, Courtney, just popping over to say hi to you on your sprints. Paula says, hey, Molly, Vanessa, and Livia. Pearl says, hi there, Paula. And Agent T has joined us. Hello, Agent T. Good to see you. Molly, I am doing Battle of the Bands too. Look at that. Molly says, for those actually interested in participating in readathons, I co-curate announcement playlists with Christina, and that is July's. Oh, thank you for putting that in there. Lindsay says, I put 16 books on my July TBR as I've got Book Challenge by Aaron Books. Yeah, I've got those too. I've never read the first 10 and moved on to the second 10. But this time, all of the first 10 are on other readathons, so I should be able to at least get the whole first one done and move on to the second. You would think with only 10 books in 3 months I could do it, right? But there's so many other readathons. It's kind of weird. And Molly says, yay, Agent T. Courtney says, thanks. And Allie says, hi, Paula. I'm doing good. I need a hairband to pull back my hair because I'm going to have to go out and hose them off next sprint. She's desperately asking to come in. Also, she won't drink out of the hose. I can give Benny out of the hose to drink, but she just won't. So she needs to come in so she can drink. Vanessa says, during the next sprint, we're going to take the rental back. Wish me luck because 90 minutes from home, a rock flew up from the ground and put a big star-shaped ding in the windshield. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Agent T says, I'm on a better team, though. Oh, yay. And Molly says, yucko, Vanessa. Agent T, I was here earlier. Kelly, you already said hello. Did I? Look, man, all I'm thinking about is these dogs jumping on my window. And holy crap, she's covered in mud. She can't be that hot. And Paula says, hi, Allie. And Molly says, what team, Agent T? And Team Pop. Molly says, Lindsay, what challenge? And Courtney says, Agent T, howdy. All right, I'm going to run to the next sprint because all I can think about is these dogs right now. And then I will see y'all in 30. It's the last one.
Oh, man.
And there was our last sprint. I did as much as I could, so I started cutting things out again for my journal because I had to do something when all I wanted to do was go into the dining room and clean off that table so I could start my game. So I did something productive. At least that counts, right? How'd you do, Alicia?
I've been updating things, and I thought about going back out there to paint more, but it's too hot, and I'm not ready yet.
It's too hot. Yep. Nope. I understand.
But I do
And-
have to go back out there because I wrapped the paintbrushes and rollers in cellophane, so it keeps the moisture in. So I have to go out there because I can't leave them.
Yeah, I was gonna say you at least got to go clean them. Yeah, that I understand.
Yeah.
Let's see how everyone else did today.
Still no sign of Swank. Hopefully she's okay.
Lindsay says, I think I might just do 10 books for book challenge by Erin this time, unless I can find picks that are mostly already on my extensive TBR. That's my thing, right? Is because a lot of times, for some reason, for the Erin's challenge, it's hard, even though there's only 10, it's harder to find the books.
Right.
It's funny that so many are number ones this year because it's the 25th. So they did all this like 25th anniversary kind of things for this challenge. And so they have like, silver in the cover or the author's name silver. And they have like the word 2, 5, or 25 in the title, all these things that actually align very well with your kids. So it's books that I already have on the TBR. So it works really well. So I might be able to knock this one out. So we shall see. And Lindsay says book challenge by Erin is a Facebook reading challenge. It's very low pressure. Kelly does it too. It is. It's very low pressure. I've been doing it since 10. Since book challenge 10.0. And so the thing is though, so that was way before I discovered Your Kid or BookTube. And I still was only reading like 25 books a year. Do you see what I mean? Because it is, I don't know, it's I keep saying, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it this year, but it's hard not to participate when I've done it for so long. But it never motivated me to read more. It did motivate me to read other things, right? Because I'm like, I don't have a book for that. What the heck is that, right? But it did not motivate me to read more. It did not motivate me to make that a more dominant hobby. It did not motivate me to quit watching TV. It really wasn't until I discovered BookTube and then Your Kid 1.0 that I realized how much I freaking forgot how important reading is to me. Like it took that extra difficult bit of competition to make me go, oh yeah, I remember now. It also cued off my book buying addiction, though I didn't have that before either. So I won't say it was all good, but yeah.
Dum.
Let's see. And Pearl says, Lindsay, sounds fun, and my TBR is miles long. I would have no trouble coming up with book titles for just about any challenge. Exactly. And Molly says, got it. Thanks, Lindsay. And H&T says, hi, Pearl. And Lindsay says, fab. Please come and join us. I'm logging off. Might be on later tomorrow. Excellent. Well, hopefully we will see you tomorrow, Lindsay. Allie says, I got to 32% in my book. Thanks for sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. And Molly says, okay, will you put in the link in here, Kelly? I don't know how. Do Facebook links work like regular links? Let's see. Let me know if that works. It says book challenge by Erin. That should work. I think you have to ask permission to get in, but it's not like they have a long vetting process. But it starts tomorrow. So I'm excited. The only thing that I don't like is, so you read the 10 books, but the next 10 books, and you get to choose them based on the prompts, and they always have one freebie. But then if you want to do it again, to do the 20, you have to choose books that are in the folders. In other words, you have to choose books that other people have already read, that have or already chosen. They don't even have to have read it, that they chose for the challenge, which I like that kind of community aspect. It's kind of like getting recommendations from someone else, but that limits my choices. So I very rarely do the second 20. I don't think I've ever, I know I've never completed the second 20. But I've never gone very far into the second 20 for that reason. But this year, I think that I might be able to. So we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Did that work? Could you click in?
Huh?
And the Facebook link, sorry. And Mary says, thank you, ladies. Oh, thank you for putting Courtney Sprints down. I was going to ask you because I figure I will go to Courtney Sprints next. And Shannon Sprints are in there too. And Shannon's doing writing sprints, right?
Yes.
Excellent. If I could write, obviously I'm having trouble. So, but yes, I get to go meet the authors tonight, go hang out with my friend Anne. I'm very excited because she's the one that's going to Scotland. So I'm not going to see her for a year. And I'm very sad about that. Unless I can, scrape up the money to get a ticket. I already have my passport. So if I can scrape up enough money to get a ticket to go, that would be awesome. So, though, if I go without my husband, that might be a divorceable offense. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Not either.
So, excellent. So I hope everyone got a lot done and had a good day. And I'm going to go film my TBR video. And I'm so excited. So, and then I can put all of my scrapbook stuff. Did I tell you that the package, half of my packages came yesterday and the other half didn't? They were put off till today. I'm like, it said Monday.
What?
I want it right now. I'm not even going to touch it until like the weekend, but I want it right now. Because I'm still planning stuff, right? So I'm planning because by the time I start videoing it, because I will video, I might start making that my wrap up and take it off of my TBR videos and put my wrap up with my journal instead. I saw one person do that and I really liked it. So I might do that. But she was also writing a whole bunch and I'm not doing that. I don't need to, I already have to force myself to write for a living. And I also force the reviews I have to write on Goodreads and stuff, right? So I don't need that. Like I said, I told you what I'm doing, right? Just stats and stuff. But if I do it setting up the whole page, then it should be okay. I can do my wrap up that way. Yeah, so I think that's it. Do you have any last words?
I'm gonna force myself to at least finish one bookcase because it needs to be done. So the sooner I can get them done, the sooner they can go in the library. But it's very hot outside.
I'm so sorry. Put the cold thing around your neck. You just have to do a cold one though. You don't want it dripping all in the paint, but
yeah. So I have to do that and then power through and get the first one done. I kind of started both of them, but I was testing out that corner brush. It works to a certain extent. It's not going to be like ooh, this works perfectly. But because I still have to either I have to press it into the corner to get it to go all the way, or I have to then take a paintbrush and just do the very center of the corner. Because it won't go all the way in, which I didn't know if it would or not, but that was the test. So I'm going to finish one bookcase so I can do the second coat tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll do the first, I don't know. I haven't figured out.
First coat of the first one, second coat. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I mean, 3 o'clock is the hottest part of the day, right? So get out there now, get it done by 3 o'clock, get inside. It's not worth it at that point. Because also being that hot wears you out, right? And you still have to do dinner and you still have, you know what I mean? So the heat alone exhausts you. So
yep. At least I know what dinner is. So that's half the battle. And I already have the ground beef thawed out because we're just doing tacos. So
there you go. So, yep. Makes sense to me. You got this.
Wednesday is 100 Pages Book Club, where we continue A Darker Shade of Magic.
And I will be behind, I'm sorry, but I will read it during that thing. So at least I can get to the second one. But I will be caught up by the next week. By the last week, I'll be caught up by then.
Yeah, I should be caught up soon. I'm going to try to do some of that reading today, too. I'm just exhausted.
Yep, the heat does that, man. All right. You can do it. I have faith in you. And Molly said the link did work. Yay, thank you. You're very welcome. I hope you join us. And Molly says, thanks for sprints, friends. Absolutely. We'll see you tomorrow.